I think we would still do. I think we would still have. It would still very much be like the Adventure Zone in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's just no way that we could keep this thing going in perpetuity, because that would whatever ending that would have would be disappointing. Like, and it's not going to be anytime soon. It's probably going to take us a while. We're probably close to the halfway point of what I've got written down now, but I have no idea how long these things take. The Crystal Kingdom arc has already gone like a couple episodes longer, or it's going to end up going a couple episodes longer than I thought it was going to take. So yeah, there will be an ending. We've talked about how to get past it, and let's talk about the Max Fun Drive though.
Okay.
Let's talk about those levels that are up there. Obviously, $5 a month, you get access to all the bonus content, the National Treasure Book of Secrets of content. At $10, you get the show exclusive bandanas, which look really great. $20 a month,
and the bonus content.
$20 a month, you get the Maximum Fun Adventure Necessity Collection, which includes a multi-tool, toilet paper, a badge, basically camping supplies. You also get the bandana. You also get the bonus content. $35, you get the thermos and all the other stuff that we've talked about already. What if you want to go bonkers, Dad? What if you want to go zany? With
like $100?
Like $100 a month.
Oh my gosh, Griffin! I mean, we're not made of money.
Well, we're not donating, you silly boy.
It's $100 a month, and if you do that, you have membership in the Inner Circle. That is our monthly culture club, and I think you three guys know exactly what that means.
Yeah, so let me break that down for you. Basically, along with all the other reward levels you get, you also will once a month get some form of media or some kind of cultural thing picked out for you by a Max Fun host. It could be a book, it could be a movie, it could be music, it could be some other cultural media, but you're going to get that once a month.
Last time we did it for my brother and me, we picked the album Music Evolution by everyone's favorite funk rap jazz fusion band, Buckshot LaFunk.
And it was awesome, and you're welcome. But you're going to get that along with all the other stuff. And at $200 a month, which may seem like a lot, but let me first say, that's a lot of support, and it goes a long way.
That's just like 70 cappuccinos.
Just like 70 cappuccinos a month. It could really add some years to your life to stop drinking so many cappuccinos. But along with all that other awesome stuff, you're also going to get free registration for Max Fun Con 2017. And believe me when I say it's totally worth it. Max Fun Con is the most fun an adult can have in this world.
But those are
legally.
Yes, those are pretty high levels. We're not expecting everybody to chip in $100 a month. That's unreasonable. Just like if you like the show and you want to support us, $5 a month is fine. $10 a month is fine. Like the support we get, like the financial support, it's great. It's allowed us to do more stuff with podcasting than I ever thought we would ever do. Like when we did 2 tours last year for Mabim Bam, like in my wildest dreams, I never would have expected that would be the trajectory that our life would take. But it has because of this support. So like the gifts and stuff are great. The money that we get to help us like expand and do more stuff is great. But really, it's just like the support that we get for doing these shows and the just sort of the symbol of you guys showing like this stuff that you're making is stuff that we like and we want you to do more of it. That's what means the absolute world to me.
There's a couple more things that I want to make sure everyone knows about. One, we have challenge donors. Yes. So no matter how much you donate or at what level, there are donors who are committed to giving a little bit here and there for every new and upgrading donation. And also, I want to say that our goal of 5,000 new and upgrading donors will not only help us, will not only ensure that we do more Adventure Zone nights, but after last year where I had a new My Brother and Me tattoo designed because we hit our goal, I've got a Dungeons and Dragons design in the works that if we break that 5,000, I will get.
Adventure Zone design?
You mean Adventure Zone?
Yes, it is Adventure Zone specific.
You're gonna get
that I will get if we break 5,000 donors.
You're gonna get a tattoo of Drizzt's face on your butt.
Exactly. Griffin, what's the deal with the Toast to Max Fun again?
If you tweet the link MaximumFun.org/donate to your friends, if times are tight and you can't donate, we totally understand. If you just like spread the word about the Max Fun Drive, it means a lot. And if you do that while using the hashtag #ToastToMaxFun, you'll be entered into a drawing for John Hodgman's favorite Breville product, which we're assuming is a toaster. And I guess it's
we don't know.
It must be a dope ass toaster if Hodgman's a fan of it. And one other thing that I want to talk about that's kind of adjacent, Max Fun Drive adjacent, is Max Fun Meetup Day. It's Tuesday, March 22nd at 7 p.m., whatever your local time is. Go to MaximumFun.org/meetups. People are organizing Max Fun community meetups all across the country. You can go to that website and you can find out like if one's happening in your city. If not, you can email Stacy, that's Stacey, at MaximumFun.org, and set one up, and they'll add it to the page, which is, again, MaximumFun.org/meetups.
So
okay, wait a minute, out of continuity just for a second. Because I thought about this since last year. Trav, would it take away from your tattoo, or would it up the ante and add to the tattoo if I agreed to do it too?
No. Come on. What?
my tattoo is very specific to me. It's a...
Okay.
That's really good.
That should be a...
That's fucking great.
I'm serious about this.
You want a testament to your failure on your body forever.
Yeah, I do.
Well, okay, let's not commit.
Okay.
You don't have to commit to what the design is. But Dad will also get... We're talking about 2 tattoos. If we hit 5G. 5K.
I'll do it.
If we have 5K new and upgrading donors, me and Dad will get Adventure Zone tattoos.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I love it.
I will.
Okay, so I have one question, and then I think we should each ask a different question.
And I'll up the ante even more.
Yeah.
I'll cash those checks. Dirty Money 2016.
Well, and you'll probably have to drive me back from the tattoo because, I get that thing about blood.
yeah.
But
Quick,
Justin and I are just going to go, if we get 5G, it's just spending spree. Live fast, die
cash
young,
the
bad
checks.
girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well.
now you're on a
Sound
jet.
like a
Griffin,
Dalek.
Mark wants to know, and I'm very curious about this. Would you ever consider one-off guests to do NPC voice work?
No, I just can't figure out how it would work. It's hard enough, like, just modulating my own shit and, like, editing that in post is rough. Like, I don't... It would also, like, be weird because they wouldn't be having a conversation with you, right? Would I have to tell them what to say? To say, like, it's just...
It would have had to be something like, I'm glad you did it the way you did it, but like, if we had gotten somebody to do the Crystal Kingdom songs, something like that.
something non-discussion based, something that's just like a broadcast.
I actually have an idea for it in Adventure Zone Nights that I'm really looking forward to implementing. I don't want to give it away now.
I
but
briefly thought about reaching out to Hodgman to do the Hodgepodge voice, since that's who he was based on.
But then you
what
would
if we
have
did
to
a-
do it like with us because
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because he's answering.
Well, what if we
questions.
did a live podcast in New York and got your little play buddy to be on it and play an NPC?
you mean Lynn?
You mean Arthur Miller? Dad has been dead for 30 years.
That was it. I thought if he took some scenes from All My Sons,
Yeah.
it would be so appropriate.
Exactly.
But, okay, fine. Stand in the way of another idea.
I want to do this recap, but before we do that, we've talked about like questions from everybody else. Do you guys have questions about the campaign, things you're still confused about that you want to ask about? Keeping in mind that I'm not going to reveal any like big spoilerinos or anything like that.
I have one, Griffey.
Hit me.
Has there been a point so far where you were like really super laying out some kind of clue that our characters were supposed to pick up that we just breezed right over, that you were like, damn it, you guys.
And don't say red barrels.
Yeah,
No,
don't say red barrels. I mean, like, story arc-wise, like, we were supposed to put together that the red cloaks were such and such.
There have been a couple, yeah, and it's not like bad that you missed them or whatever, because it's like I think that nobody's gotten it right. Like looking at the Reddit or the Twitter or whatever, like people guessing at sort of the whole storyline, because like I think it's impossible. Like there's pieces missing that you're not going to get for a little bit still. There's some people who are like kind of getting a little bit close, like to sort of the shape of the thing. But yeah, there have been things that have been said that really, to be completely frank, I'm mostly putting down so that whenever the thing is revealed, there's at least some groundwork being laid for it. But I think you would have to be pretty, obsessed with the thing in order to sort of put the pieces together. Because there have been clues, there have been clues about the whole campaign arc in each arc. To answer your question, I feel like you've gotten some of them. Some of them you probably just.
Do you know? I tell you what I really struggle with is I think that like I would be better at this, and the show would be better if I like went back and listened to it from the beginning, I just like can't. It's just
Well,
like an exercise in ego. That I cannot indulge.
Yeah, I'm also about to do a full recap, which might help a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do that all the time. I listen back to them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I only listen to my parts.
Yeah.
So that don't count so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Dad and
Yeah,
Juicy
you guys keep talking about some other podcasts. you do?
Bullshit. My part.
What are
Bullshit,
those?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Dad and Juicy, you guys have any questions?
I actually have one.
Okay.
Was there something in your upbringing as the third child whose every birthday was ruined or a disaster that makes you take out all this anger and animosity on poor Merle?
I've had a lot of people ask me that during this arc. There's like, gang.
Are you working through some stuff?
No, there's like a story reason why you are the person being harangued. It's not just like, I'm not just picking on your character. That would be petty and little. There is a story reason why your character's being harassed the most in this particular arc.
Well, but you're also pretty strident about the rules. Yeah.
Oh, please.
Pretty hard on
I have
me
let you
about
get away
that.
with so much fudging. I don't want to hear it. You're
fudging cleric.
You're the fucking Cheesecake Factory. You are a like tourist trap strip mall in Pigeon Forge, just fudge all over the fucking place.
I can live with that. What about you, Juice? You got a question for him?
Yeah, on like My Brother and Me, which was the first podcast the three of us did together. It is very much a show that is built around, like, it's an improvisational comedy show. So like we're creating structure and like destroying structure like as we do the thing, like constantly sort of like throwing shit away the instant that it stops like being funny or worthwhile.
Yes.
In the course of like doing it, is it hard when the four of us are recording and you've got like something of a Bible that you're working off of or a plan at least in your head?
I have a text document called Plot Bible in my folder.
Okay. Is it hard to like resist the impulse to not just like throw a pipe bomb in it from time to time, just like, or to like throw shit out in the moment because it feels right, like from a storytelling perspective? Is it hard, basically, I'm saying, to like have something that you are beholden to other than the exact moment?
I can think of a couple of times where I thought he had done that. I don't want to say what they are.
Yeah, well, what's great is, and it's been really, really helpful, and it really unlocked the writing of this show for me, and I mentioned it earlier, is this idea of having a macro story and a micro story, and adhering to the macro story and letting you guys do whatever the fuck you want in the micro story. I would say, you guys, any adjustments that you have made to the like grand campaign, like the whole thing from start to finish, have been not you making a decision that has gone against my plan. It has been more you guys suggesting a characteristic or referencing something that I then think, oh, that's fucking great, I'm going to add that to the thing. So it's you guys have done very, very little to destroy or even disrupt the whole campaign. You have, if anything, added to and enhanced it. And the whole story, when it's finished, will only be what it is because of the things that you guys have suggested, and to fully part the kimono, things that other people have suggested too.
Well, Griffin, that actually leads to a question we got a lot, just real quick. People have asked, when this is all done, would you think of ever like releasing this as stuff people could reference?
I don't think it would be. No, I don't think it would work, because it's not like a campaign book. It's not like the fucking like Curse of Strahd, like, based on what your characters do it's a story. Like, it's a story. I have it written down like a book, and when you guys change it, I rewrite the book. But at the end of it, it's still a book. It's not an adventure guide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, like, I also do a lot of fudging in terms of like character stats. Like so Curse of Strahd, just to keep using that example, there's like a monster entry for the main boss of the thing, and it's like 2 pages long, and it breaks down like all of his stats and like his saving rolls and like his characteristics and his specialties and his abilities and his spells, and like, I don't do that for fucking anybody. So like, I feel like there would be some pretty ginormo gaps.
Well, and there are also other media.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, people adapt stories into other media all the
absolutely.
time.
But to get back to the original question, the macro story you guys haven't changed at all. But what's really helpful about the way I structure it is the micro story. You guys can go hog wild. I mean, already, like, the Crystal Kingdom thing has gone sort of a different way than I originally intended, which is perfectly fine, because I think it's a better way. The mystery that you guys solved, which that was the hardest thing of all, writing a mystery and then trying to get you guys to solve it. I was really worried that...
You mean in the train one?
In the train mystery, yeah. I was worried that you guys wouldn't like just wouldn't get to it. Like, and it's not, I'm not calling you dumb. I'm saying like I wrote the thing and I had no idea how easy or difficult it would be to solve. I think I bet my eyes
can't to it at all. Like you can't point or like you can't even nudge us towards it.
Right. Cause I think my eyes were maybe a little bit, I think I maybe overreached a bit. I'm happy the way it turned out, but like, I think the mystery was maybe a little too difficult. I think it was a little too
especially
obtuse and
since we
arcane.
don't have like an investigative like rogue character, whose job it is to like solve puzzles and
that's
study
why
shit. We don't play it that way.
I introduced Angus as a surrogate for that stuff, who could like help you out if you needed it, and he certainly did from time to time. But when I think it was Justin finally kind of cracked the case.
Let's never forget.
It was a big sigh of relief for me. So, but like, you guys have done things that I've taken the Crystal Kingdom plot Bible, just this plot Bible, just for this one arc is about 14,000 words now. It's gotten ridiculously long, but I will delete pages of shit. I will highlight all, delete, like entire fight. There was a fight that was supposed to take place on top of the train, Trav, that you just blew right by.
Oh man,
I know it's gonna be sick as fuck.
Let's circle back. Bonus episode.
Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about, and it's helpful. I don't know if it's helpful for GMs in a broader sense or just for this particular storytelling type of thing we're doing. But preserve the macro, keep the big campaign going, and preserve it and defend it as much as you can. Change it and add it if you think you have ideas that are better. But try to protect that macro storyline as much as you can. But while allowing your heroes to like just go hog wild on the micro level.
Okay, let me be a dad just real quick before we get to the summation and everything else. Let me just tell you, and I know the other guys, and Travis has got a taste of it. Travis did a great job on Adventure Zone Nights, whatever we're going to call it.
Adventure Zone Nights.
Griffin, you really have knocked it out of the park when it comes to DMing this. I think you've raised the bar. You've set the mark really high for us when Travis and I do it.
And
Justin's never going to do it.
Never gonna do it.
But seriously, the work you put in is really obvious in the show, and I think
very
the work you put in
to us.
Yeah, and it adds to that flexibility that it is able to be that kind of story.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's like and Travis, I'm sure you feel this way now too about Adventure Zone Nights. It's like. It's terrifying putting it together. It's really scary because you don't.
I went into it like you were scared in a way that I didn't think I could feel about presenting a game because I poured
to your family members who you've known your whole lives. Yeah,
I was not worried about people listening. I was worried about how it would play out because I'd poured all of this work into like building puzzle dungeon rooms, and I was like, what if they start playing and they either solve it in 30 seconds or they never solve it, or they start playing and it doesn't make any sense, and like it's fucking scary.
But it's not just that. We also can't we can't ignore the fact that we're fucking making up fantasy stuff, and that's like there's a vulnerability there. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you there's a vulnerability, an inherent vulnerability in role playing, even when you're dealing with this literally the lowest stakes imaginable, which is my family. Like, and I have very little shame when talking to and dealing with you guys, but even then, like it's still really embarrassing. But at the same time, it is the most creatively fulfilling thing that I've ever done in my whole life. It really genuinely is.
And Justin, Daddy loves you too.
Yeah, I do my best. Whatever.
Good job.
All right, let's hear the summary.
All right, step in wherever you want because it's beefy. But
then we should probably let you just get through it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's just.
If I forget something that I've left out, anyway, here it is.
Well, we won't interrupt you.
Well, no, please do if you hear something I've forgotten. The complete summary of the Adventure Zone saga.
Well, it wouldn't be right if we interrupted you because you can't. that way you won't be able to listen.
This is Dad's favorite joke.
Yeah, this is the. Let's start with the prequel. Joke. The prequel episode. I don't have very many notes here. It was our heroes met.
Done.
That's the prequel episode.
Done. That's it.
I'm
just kidding.
Here there be Gerblins. Started off with us adhering to the adventure book. The three of you had to prove your salt. You were hired to transport Gundren Rockseeker's belongings from Neverwinter to Phandalin. And he had a ward named Barry Blue Jeans. En route, you found that they were attacked by Gerblins and abducted. You reached a cave that housed the Gerblins that attacked them, and you met Clark, the bugbear leader of the band, and Yemek, his second in command, and were embroiled in Yemek's short-lived plot to overthrow Clark, who in turn just murdered Yemek. Taco charmed Clark, and we learned later, apparently permanently, to learn that Gundren had been kidnapped by a powerful wizard named the Black Spider, who wanted to use him to unlock Wave Echo Cave, a source of tremendous power near Phandalin. You rescued Barry Bluejeans, who told you how to access the cave using Merle, who's Gundren's distant cousin, using Merle's blood. After fighting through the strange fauna and machinery of Wave Echo Cave, you meet a few interesting individuals inside, including Killian, who is an extremely capable orc woman who warned you not to meddle in her own pursuit of the Black Spider. And then you met the Spider himself, who's a dark elf named Magic Brian, who you kind of befriended and then summarily killed. And then the three of you with Killian and a worse for wear Gundren Rockseeker entered the vault in the middle of Wave Echo Cave. Not before Taco finds a powerful umbrella-shaped staff on a skeleton wearing a red robe. Inside that vault, you find a gauntlet, which Gundren takes as his birthright, but it grants him a fiery power that he seems incapable of controlling. He flies from the room. You pursue him back to Phandalin, stopping a convoy of orc slavers, and you free Kurtza, who is a young orcish boy whose campment had been destroyed by Gundren. You rescue him from a cage, although he leaves without thanking you. In Phandalin, Barry warns you that Gundren has grown too powerful before Gundren, who is now just made of living fire, destroys Barry Bluejeans. You nearly talk him down from his rage, but Kurtza, in retribution, shoots him with an arrow from outskirts of town. You three and Killian dive into a well at the last second as Gundren goes thermonuclear, and Phandalin is reduced to a circle of black glass. Killian explains that she represents an organization designed to stop these things from happening and enlists you after you're able to reclaim the gauntlet without falling prey to its thrall. Killian summons a glass spherical vehicle from the sky, which you ride up to a hole in the moon.
And let me just jump in now and say, yes, we caught the thing with the umbrella had a red robe. Thank you, everybody who keeps tweeting that.
Well, okay, but in their defense, you definitely did not remember that. Next arc was Moonlighting, where you were introduced to the Bureau of Balance and enlisted. You emerged into a hangar on top of the other side of the moon, which you realize is fake. You got a wicked headache. You're nauseous for some reason, but you're aided by Avi, the hangar manager, who offers you a stiff drink. Make your way across the quad of this strange outpost, and Killian puts you on an elevator in the center of the compound, where you meet Johan, a musician that is lamenting that few people planetside will ever know his musical genius. He introduces you to the Voidfish, gigantic jellyfish-shaped organism whose body seems to be filled with flashing streaks of light. It's capable of consuming information and removing that information from the world, save for those who drink its ichor. After inoculating yourselves, you remember years of war and turmoil that you had forgotten, during which nations, tribes, and individuals fought for control over a few powerful magical artifacts. The Bureau of Balance's director, a tall older woman carrying a white oak staff who does not reveal her name, explains that there are 7 grand relics in the world, which are items of unchecked power created by a band of rogue wizards called the Red Robes. Her organization, the Bureau of Balance, finds, recovers, and destroys these relics, which she demonstrates by having her servant, Davenport, a gnome capable of only saying his own name, put the gauntlet, the Phoenix Fire Gauntlet, which belongs to the School of Evocation, into a large spherical chamber where it is pierced by beams of light and seemingly destroyed. She offers you jobs with the Bureau as the Reclaimers, which is a sort of rare position dedicated to actually bringing those relics back without falling prey to their thrall, which is something few people can accomplish. After passing an initiation test, you are fitted with bracers of initiation and rewarded tokens to the Fantasy Gashapon, and its operator, the Artificer Leon, shows you how to get goodies out of that. You also are introduced to the Fantasy Costco and its owner, Garfield the Deals Warlock. You level up. Holy shit. That's our
You got this. You're doing great.
All right. Murder on the Rockport Limited. A relic's been discovered by the reclaimer Lehman Kessler, who was unfortunately murdered in the town of Rockport after loading his precious cargo onto a train, the Rockport Limited, en route to Neverwinter. You're assigned the job of impersonating Lehman and seeing the train to its destination, at which point you'll be able to retrieve the relic from storage. After a brief detour in a leech-filled swamp outside of Rockport, you make your way into this town of industry, which is apparently home to hundreds of people who look like beloved radio personality Tom Bodette. You board the train after learning its security measures.
I still can't believe you planned that, by the way, Griffin. That's crazy storytelling.
Did you guys know that's on his Wikipedia page?
Yeah, he actually got asked about it on a show on NPR.
No.
Yeah. You board the train after learning its security measures. The relic is in the crypt safe in the last car of the train, which cannot be opened without an hour of prolonged contact from an employee of the train. You're introduced to your fellow passengers on the journey, including Hudson, the engineer who stays locked in his engine car, Jenkins, the magical attendant who operates the pleasure chambers, which is a kind of teleportation magic that can take you to any enclosed room as long as it keeps the door open, Jess the beheader, a prize fighter, an all-around badass, Graham the hedge wizard, who didn't end up having that many interesting traits, and Angus MacDonald.
He was juicy.
He had a juicy robe. And Angus MacDonald, a precocious boy detective. After meeting them, you're investigated by Angus, who explains that he's on the train in pursuit of a serial killer in Rockport who seems to be capable of tracking down objects of great wealth and collecting them from their deceased owners. After revealing this, you hear a scream and find a beheaded and behanded Jenkins between cars. Some sort of fiery crab monster destroys the crime scene before you're able to do much CSI work on it. Through a series
I know you're pretty sad about Jenkins right now, but just hang in there.
Stick with us, folks.
For this next sentence, you work through a convoluted mystery to discover the truth. The body was not Jenkins, but the engineer Hudson's, who is spliced.
Told you so.
Who is spliced between portals by Jenkins' teleportation magic. Magnus does a daring maneuver outside of the train and gets rid of a whole fucking great fight I was going to do back there. You fight Jenkins and throw him off the back of the train, seemingly to his doom. You recover the Grand Relic, which is the Oculus, which allows you to turn illusory images real. And with some quick thinking from Taco, prevent the Runaway Limited from running into Neverwinter, saving Graham, Jess, and Angus in the process. The Oculus is recovered and destroyed. Then there's a brief lunar interlude where you guys have a harvest festival at the Bureau of Balance. Some fun stuff happens, but really the only thing of consequence is you witness an event where the sun eclipses, the sky grows dark, and you see millions of glowing white eyes in the sky. There's a deafening sound that incapacitates nearly everyone around you. Magnus eats a unicorn dick.
Yeah. And it was the best part of the whole show.
Just a couple
Everyone
more...
agreed the unicorn dick joke was choice. He won a Lifetime Achievement Award for it.
Very good. A couple more arcs to go. Almost there. Almost through it. Pedals to the Metal. Another Grand Relic is discovered in the prosperous town of Goldcliff. The Gaia Sash, which gives its owner absolute power over nature. It's in possession of a master criminal named the Raven. You arrive on the scene of a crime in progress and scale the Goldcliff Trust, which is under attack from some giant vines summoned by the Raven. Taco, after blinking into the ethereal plane, you see figures with white eyes seemingly spying on you. After intercepting the Raven on the top floor, she seems somewhat peaceful and not wanting to harm any of you. She also seems kind of out of control. You're saved by Hurley, a halfling monk and lieutenant in the Goldcliff Militia who seems to have some sort of relationship with the Raven and calls her by her true name, Sloane. The militia captain, Captain Bane, who's also a seeker in the Bureau of Balance on the secret level, tells you to follow up with Hurley for more information. You learn that Hurley and Sloane were teammates in the Battle Wagon Racing League, an underground racing league in Goldcliff where racers duke it out in the desert while wearing animal masks to hide their identities from spectators. Hurley believes beating Sloane in a race would convince her that the power given to her by the Gaia Sash is not infinite, and tells you to sneak into the headquarters of a rival racing league to steal the arcane core, which she would use to power her battle wagon. You do so, murdering a couple of their members in the process, like Barbara, and enraging their leader. During that race, you cleverly disable the wagons of your opponents, including the giant shark tank driven by said gang leader, and beat Sloane in a neck-and-neck finish. It's too late, though. The Raven has been completely corrupted by the Gaia Sash. Entombed in a tower of living vines and surrounded by a tornado, you crash your battle wagon into Sloane and attempt to free her, but to no avail. She surrounds herself in Silver Point, a poisonous barb with no known remedy, and Hurley throws the three of you to safety, jumping into the fray. You awaken in the middle of the town. Sloane is holding a severely poisoned, wounded Hurley, and she gives up the Gaia Sash before using it one last time to turn the two women in embrace into a beautiful cherry blossom tree. After debriefing with Captain Bane, he seems to insist that you drink a suspicious cocktail he's whipped up. You wisely refuse and see him taken over by a figure that seems to be a floating red robe. Under his command, Bane drinks his own drink and dies instantly. The figure explains that Sloane, Magic Brian, Jenkins, and Bane all fell prey to a hunger for power that eventually consumes all before he disappears. Another lunar interlude where some developments have happened. You are promoted and selected as the organization's only reclaimers. You get a new sweet dormitory and learn that your prior roommate, Robbie, has been arrested for unknown reasons. Angus, the boy detective, becomes...
Is Robbie Pringles?
Pringles, yes.
Okay.
Angus becomes your sort of personal aide while in the field.
Our Girl Friday.
Your Girl Friday, essentially. You are given information on Captain Bane and to defeat it to the Voidfish, as it's custom for Bureau of Balance members who die to be forcibly forgotten. During your visit to the Voidfish's chambers, you meet Lucas, a scientist and consultant to the Bureau who seems to want to study the Voidfish back at his lab, which Johan refuses. Their argument is interrupted by the Voidfish, who sings a mournful song, which Johan swears he did not teach it. Last one.
There's also a really nice moment of connection between Magnus and the Voidfish. I just want to, they touch the glass. It's really important. Nice, you guys.
Yeah. You guys have a nice moment. And then the Crystal Kingdom arc, which we're on now. It's Candle Nights, which I've kind of forgotten. You're celebrating in your dorm with your friends at the Bureau, giving and receiving presents, including a set of strange badges emblazoned with an unreadable type given by an anonymous donor. The director is contacted by Lucas, who calls her by her real name, Lucretia. He explains that he has a grand relic, the Philosopher's Stone, which belongs to the School of Transmutation, but that something in his lab has taken it and used it to turn the exterior of his lab into pink tourmaline. The spell is still being channeled, meaning everything the crystal touches is also turned to crystal. His lab is sinking into the Stillwater Sea, and if it touches it, the world will get crystallized and destroyed. You are sent to his lab with another party in tow, a team of regulators sent to arrest Lucas for his abuse of information. That includes Boyland, a gruff dwarf fighter, Killian, and Carrie Fangbattle, a dragonborn rogue and sister to Jeremy Fangbattle, a bard introduced in the Flophouse Switch episode. The team of regulators is separated during the fierce winter storm. The three of you enter a conservatory which has been crystallized and are attacked by a golem which has self-formed out of the shards of crystal. You escape and hear a song sung by a synthetic voice, but you can't quite piece together what is going on there. You might have at this point, but after besting a few traps, including the puzzle robot Hodgepodge, you meet Noelle, a helpful floating robot powered by a large glowing fuse in the middle of her chassis. You find a peculiar mirror in Lucas's private chambers, which show you sights from our world, and find an abandoned bedroom belonging to Lucas's deceased mother, Maureen. You meet a family of bugbears who Clark once belonged to, all of which have behavior modification chips, which make them pretty chill. And you also find a very dead Boyland who has been crystallized after having a smoke by an open window in the lab. After a few more run-ins with the golem, which seems to only want to attack Merle, you regroup with Killian and Carrie, and Merle is tricked by the golem, who speaks with a man's British accent impersonating Pan, Merle's god. He entices Merle to grab a crystal, which shatters and pierces his hand. Magnus quickly chops off his arm to stop the crystallization. Heroically, some might say, to stop the crystallization from spreading through his whole body. You're whisked into the medbay, where Lucas treats Merle's wounds and gives him a new arm made of soul wood, a living wood with psychic capabilities. He takes you to the Cosmoscope, a room filled with gemstone windows into other planes of existence, which he crafted using the Philosopher's Stone. The room is designed to show, to allow the user to study those planes and perhaps see what lies beyond them. The seven of you, including Lucas, Killian, Carrie, and Noelle, make your way towards the elevator in the center of the complex, but Killian and Carrie turn on Lucas to arrest him before he can get closer to the relic. The crystal all around you changes forms a few times, and Lucas disables your whole party by activating a trap in your null suits, which is protective outerwear, which has kept you from getting crystallized this whole time. Lying paralyzed on the floor, the golem appears in front of you once more. That's where we're at.
And I would like to say that this is usually the point where I pretend I've been out of the room
fucking
and
thanks
didn't
for
hear
not
any
doing
of that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey,
That's it. That's the story so far.
Wow.
I don't know if there's stuff in there that you guys forgot about, but I tried to include everything I could.
I haven't done shit in this show.
That's not
I haven't
true.
done anything.
That's
Well,
not
he
true.
didn't break down. There's 35 hours of stuff that he just did in 15 minutes. He left out a lot of our awesome antics.
We do have antics.
Do we have them? Yes, we do.
And goofs.
All right, one last mention, MaximumFun.org/donate. If you like our show, if you like other shows on the Maximum Fun network, we'd ask you to visit there and try to kick in what you can every month. It means the world to us. Again, for just $5 a month, you're going to get a ton of bonus content, exclusive stuff that you won't find anywhere else. For $10 a month, you can get all that plus a bandana with your favorite show's imagery on it. Those are original designs. $20 a month, you're going to get the Max Fun Adventure set, and that's got the paracord bracelet and the hot cocoa and the multi-tool, and
That even has adventure in the name.
it has adventure right in the name. So if you can do that, and $35, you get the thermos plus all of that other stuff. And again, this is for new and upgrading donors. So if you're already at one of those levels and you want the gifts, you're going to have to kick in a bit more. So
And we love our listeners more than all those other guys put together.
yeah, and
on
maybe you
theirs.
started listening to some new shows on Maximum Fun this year, so you want to kick in a few more bucks. That'd be awesome.
And if you
MaximumFun.org/donate is the address to do that.
And if you do become a new or upgrading donor, be sure that you tweet at us so we can say thank you. Let us know that you did it. And the other thing you can do to help out, if you already are a new or upgrading donor and you've done your part, make sure to share the message of Max Fun Drive. Let everyone know that it's going on. Be sure to tweet about it, tell your friends, talk about it on Facebook. It only goes for 2 weeks, and we really just want this to be the best one yet. And I know we say that every year, but we want it to be the best one yet every year. So help us be a part of Max Fun. Come to the meetups. on the 22nd. I think there's going to be another live, special to end Max Fun Drive on the 25th. So look out for announcements about that. Hashtag Toast to Max Fun to be entered into that drawing. Just help us make this Max Fun Drive epic,
Please.
Well put, Scraps. Well put.
because I want to get a new tattoo.
Yeah, that's it. We'll have a new episode next week, which will be just another regular episode in the Crystal Kingdom thing. But we're also going to be talking about the drive, and then back to normal, back to basics after that.
Cool.
So until then, thanks for listening to the Adventure Zone. I think it actually got a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like super uncomfortable.
That pretty much sums up the Adventure Zone, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Thanks, guys.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture. Artist owned.
Listener supported.
Previously on the Adventure Zone. This robot, there's a window in the center of its central frame. You can see what appears to be a pretty large glass cylindrical fuse, which illuminates whenever this thing talks. My name is Noel. The shards form almost a perfect dwarf shape, as if they were all targeting Merle when they flew in your direction.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. What?
These gemstones, they done hate Merle.
Lucas says, gang, listen, we don't have time for this. These purple volts of electricity surround you, emanating from that panel and paralyzing you. And as the doors shut behind him, he says, I am so sorry. And those loose pieces of crystal shards start to self-form. Merle, you see your arm, your poor crystallized arm sort of float into this mass and come together to form another crystal golem.
Are you ready for the greatest adventure of all? By which I mean donating to Max Fun Drive? Make it rain on the Adventure Zone.
Folks, you've been coming to our inn for a long time. You've been gathering around the old fireplace as us four bards spin you a yarn of treasure and excitement and adventure and danger and peril and sexuality. And you just left the inn without you storied and dashed. And the buck stops here. Well, here. This is where the buck stops. It's Max Fun Drive time.
The balloon stops here. Is it a buck like a deer or is it a buck like a dollar?
Dollar.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah. You were there when he said it.
Yeah.
Because you're old, see?
Justin, what is the Max Fun Drive? Tell me all about it, please.
Maximum Fun is a podcast network full of great shows and great people. A lot of podcasts are utter garbage, but not ours, mostly. And you could support us making more of them and continuing to make them and making the ones we make better by donating to the network. Anything you can donate helps. We have levels from $5 a month all the way up to $200 a month, although they would probably let you donate more if you wanted to.
Yeah, the top limit is infinity. if you want to dump
The top limit is you buy that shit out from underneath Jesse Thorne and you rename it the Maximum Dave Network, and you just like do it. You just do the damn thing. You cancel all the shows.
All the Dave you can handle. We're going to be talking all about that throughout this episode. I think we should start doing adventure though. First, Justin, I just want to ask: are you lonely? Because I got you, Dad.
Are you kidding me? This is the very first time that I have recorded the Adventure Zone without Dad in eyesight. So it's like,
yeah, I stole your dad.
So it's like only the fourth or fifth time I've been able to record this show in the nude, in the buff.
Is it also nice to do it without fear of Dad spilling drinks all over your setup?
This motherfucker, he's got a fucking full glass of cherry wine right next to my brand new MIDI keyboard. That shit is precarious.
He actually hired a itinerant young man, to sit in my chair across from me with a 64-ounce Coke Zero that he bought at the Speedway.
That's what I like about Dad. He's a job creator.
Dad's a job creator. He's being paid a very fair wage. He's just kind of a journeyman who goes from podcast to podcast.
Ruining MIDI keyboards.
Ruining keyboards and just dumping out shit on things.
We got to be done, by the way, in the next hour and 40 minutes, because this is not a joke. Dad and I are going to get a couple's nose wax over at Finley's Barbershop.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. local time.
Ugh. Thanks for returning my dad to me in a much better state.
Daddy, I've got all my notes on my computer, so don't look over here and cheat.
Oh, I won't.
So when last we left you guys off, you had been paralyzed by Lucas's trap set in your null suits. Merle, you are just legs paralyzed. The rest of your body's good to go. Magnus, you have control of like your head. You can talk and do stuff, and you have control of your hands, but you can't really move your arms or legs. You're supine. Taco, you are just totally down for the count. And it looks like Carrie and Killian are as well. And the Crystal Golem, seeing you in this sad state, has said, well, this is going to be a lot easier than I thought. Man, it's going to be weird doing these accents with you right in my grill.
Wait a minute. Those voices have all been you? Oh, wow. I'm really looking past the kimono.
That's not what you don't look past you appreciate the kimono. Well, you don't ignore it.
It looks good. Listen, it's better than Justin sitting there in the nude. You look good in that.
So yes, that was where we left you last time. You're lying naked on the floor. You're not naked. You're in null suits. And the Crystal Golem is he hasn't just outright attacked you since finding you in this vulnerable position. He actually walks over to Carrie and Killian and kind of eyes them over. And as he looks them over, he waves one of his long crystalline spear-like arms, and what looks like a book, a large tome made of light, appears in front of him. And
you leave them alone, you big stone bully.
He pays that you no mind to your shitty George McFly impression.
Thank you for catching that. A lesser DM wouldn't have gotten the reference.
And he's flipping through this tome.
No, Biff, you leave her alone.
Just keep workshopping it. We got all the time in the world.
This is a safe space for you to. I mean, God knows that I've spent the past 2 years just sort of mastering my shit. I don't want to bust out my George McFly because now I just embarrass you. But
you want me to bust out my Doc Brown?
Yes, I would like that very much.
Okay, Marty.
Well, do it. Yeah, make sure.
No, that's your Bernie Sanders. Do your Doc Brown.
Getting political.
Can you do your Reverend Jim now, Dad?
What does a yellow light mean?
That one actually was a badass Bernie Sanders. If you had just done him one to the left.
Oh, wow.
Now, can you do your Drew Blank from Toonstruck, the FMV game?
Yep. Boy, I sure like being in Toonstruck.
Really good.
Give me the lead angel in Angels in the Outfield, please.
A little bit more to the left because he pulls to right field.
Is he getting younger as you go forward?
He is, yeah. Yeah, everyone knows Christopher Lloyd has Benjamin Buttons, but it's like real slow. Oh boy, going at a snail's
just
pace.
super quick aside. I was gonna Google more Christopher whoever that thug is, Lloyd.
Lloyd. I just said
Yeah.
his name.
But when I type Chris, my Google auto completed to Chris Gaines. So that's the kind of life I'm living. That's where I'm at.
All right, so this crystal golem is looking through some sort of book made out of light, and it's flipping through it and sort of looking at Carrie and Killian as it goes, and then it slams the book shut and it disappears just as quickly as it appeared. And he says, "Well, it looks like you two aren't on the naughty list, so it looks like it's just the three of you on a one-way trip back to the astral plane."
What?
What? And this golem actually looks at Noel, the robot, and goes, "Oh, hold on." And the book reappears, and he flips through it, and he goes, "Oh, make that the four of you."
Mr. Cockney Gollum, I feel like maybe you have us mistaken for somebody else. Let me do my voice. Maybe you have us mistaken for we're from this plane.
Oh, is that right? Have I got it twisted?
Yeah.
This is the first time that one of my bounties has told me something like this. So I trust you. I believe you. You guys are free to go. Don't even
I feel
worry
you're
about
being insincere.
it. No. If you say so. There's no way you'd be fibbing about this.
Wait, you said what's the bounty? Who are you looking for?
In this particular laboratory, I am looking for a number of people. There's a lot of action to be had here tonight.
Okay.
Hey Griffin, am I probably unable to talk or?
You can talk, but it's like strained and hilarious.
Okay, great. Oh well, no pressure though. I'll just
You
make
can
it sound
talk. Just
hilarious.
you can talk. Just don't move your mouth or your face muscles or your tongue.
Okay, sounds good. I don't have anything to say.
I know. I say we let him go.
He says, "All right, we don't have to drag this out. Let's not make this any worse than it needs to be. Let's roll initiative." He says.
Oh.
Here you go.
I rolled a 10, Griffin.
What's your initiative?
No, I rolled an 8 with a +2 initiative.
Okay, Daddy.
Hold on.
You have +2 and you can roll twice.
17.
Okay.
14, but I can't do shit.
The first in the order is actually the golem, who, thank you, who reaches over with his left arm. He's got these two long crystalline spear arms. He's actually going to reach over with his right arm, and he hits it against his left arm to break a little piece of it off. And then suddenly that piece is floating in the air, sort of right next to him. So he has this little shard of himself floating next to himself.
He sharded.
I'm going to get sharded.
Gross.
Sometimes I would think that Dad fake laughed at jokes like this, but now that we're face to face, I can really.
Listen, I know my audience, Griffin. I know what I'm doing.
I can't believe you record like this. This is so intimate. I can't believe you guys record like this every fortnight.
With Dad sitting in your lap?
2 mics, 1 heart. All right. So he's going to, after breaking a piece of himself off, he looks down and says, "Oh, which one do you use, Merle? Oh, yeah, you, short one." And he's going to attack you with his spear arm. And he rolls a 5 +7 is a 12. He misses. Oh man, that's embarrassing. You're laying perfectly still. I'm usually better than this. I apologize. I've got performance anxiety. You know how it is.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you did the best you could.
It is your turn, Merle. You have control of your top half of your body. Because your hand was not paralyzed, you didn't drop any of your stuff. So you still have your access to your Warhammer, Battle Wrench, Little Choppy, and the Extreme Teen Bible.
Does he, is he the one that has my arm attached to him?
It's inside of him somewhere. He's not using your arm as his arm because it would be little and like a baby's arm. But yeah, it's definitely in there somewhere.
What if there'd be any chance I could still control it from where I am? Probably not.
Based
No,
on
I don't know.
what?
I really want to make that work for you, narratively speaking, but it is now just a big it's a piece of crystal in the shape of
Because if
your
I could
arm.
make him give the finger with my arm, I don't know. That
I mean, we could retcon it and say you were giving the finger as your arm was being crystallized, so it's permanently giving you a cold one between the shoulder blades.
Griffin, we're already halfway through the illustrations on that episode for our cartoon series. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that's
it's.
a good
I think
point.
it's too late to change it.
I think I might cast Dispel Magic.
Yes, please.
Is that something you can cast?
Yeah, I have Dispel Magic. Now, is what is holding us in place magic?
Yes. Yeah, it stemmed from magic. It was a magical electrical trap set in the null suits.
Well, then I might try to cast Dispel Magic
Okay.
on Taco.
Okay, yeah.
See if I can free him.
Because you
up
can
from
only
this-
target one magical effect in range, or one magical creature or effect.
Okay.
Roll it, and then we'll say the DC is 13.
All right. At 7.
Plus your spellcasting modifier is 6.
It's 13.
13, yeah. So, yeah, okay, Taco, you are... you feel this paralysis, a bolt of purple energy sort of darts away from your body and shoots off some...
Shouldn't I yell something out?
Well, don't yell something because this is an audio medium, but if you want to say something neat...
Shabadoo! Shabadoo. That's what I'm going to go with.
Okay.
Hey, can you,
Kinda-
Griffin? I'm not there. Can you glower at Dad?
You know that's exactly
he
what I'm
already
doing.
did. Oh, genetics is such an incredible
Okay,
thing.
everybody fucking Adam Sandler High Church, everybody. But yeah, as you, Taco, you feel yourself able to move once again as a purple streak of energy shoots off your bod and hits a wall and shoots some sparks off. And it is your turn. You did drop your stuff as you fell down because you had that full paralysis. But you notice actually while you were down, your Umbra staff, your umbrella was actually like moving with a mind of its own, like opening and closing in a way to like very subtly to scoot it back towards yourself.
Great.
Cool.
But
So
it
I
is
don't
your,
have my. I'm like empty-handed right now.
I mean, it's now right next to you. Like all your stuff is you can move again, so you can sort of collect your belongings. You can't move if you decide to stand up because standing up is a move action. But
I don't need to stand.
okay,
I'm good. I'll just scoop my crap up.
okay, you scoop your crap up.
I need the material components for all my spells.
You're out of time reversal cubes. Can you dispel my magic?
Wait, hold on. Is Dad the fucking wind beneath your wings? Is he the magic that lets you know how to play D&D this whole time? Maybe we've just been using him as a point of comparison for you, and it makes you seem like you're actually way better and more confident with your D&Ds.
I use Dad's long lapses to like plan my own things. So if he's not here, I can't seem as quick on the draw.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna cast a spell at this guy.
Okay.
See how he deals with a little magic. I'm gonna cast Evard's Black Tentacles.
Fuck, what? I'm going to ask you a dad question. Is that a spell you can cast?
For sure. And it's Conjuration, which is right in my wheelhouse.
Well, transmutation's your wheelhouse.
No, it's like my other wheelhouse behind the bigger
He's
wheelhouse.
got two. He's
That's
a
your-
bicycle wheelhouse.
It's like the wheel shed.
It's like I minored in sociology in college, and like, why the fuck did I do that? That's not
Did
something I
you?
use. Yeah.
So he
Griffin.
that's what led him to be so good at DMing. Squirming. So I cast a spell, and like black tentacles emerge in a 20-foot square all around this cat. What's this fool's name?
You don't know.
Golem.
Hey, Thug, what's your name? I'm about to tentacle your dick. Hey. I'm going to get you into some temp porn. Let me get that name real quick so I know how to credit you in my tentacle porn I'm about to make with your body.
Okay, you want me to look up somebody's name on Twitter to name this person after so you can wrap them in sex tentacles?
Hey, you heard me. I didn't stutter. You froze me, Bocephus. I hated
Find
it.
somebody who likes hentai.
Oh, God, Dad just said the word hentai out loud.
How about Crystal Gale?
No, it's going to be
Some lucky tweeter.
my name's Kravitz. That's named after Mac Kravitz on Twitter. Thank you, Mac. You just got tentacled.
Matt Kravitz is a great Gollum name.
Is it
Yeah,
Matt?
thank you.
Matt or Max?
Mac, M-A-C.
Mac Kravitz. Okay.
Son of Kravitz is what that means.
So I'll let you know what is up when his turn begins. But for right now, they're just like black tentacles.
Okay. Next in the order is Magnus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do here because my head can move and my hands can move. Okay, let me ask you this, Griffin. Is it the suit is locking me in place, or is that a magic? Like, could I fight against the suit's like lockdown, or am I just frozen?
Well, you did already fail sort of the contest, and that's how you ended up paralyzed.
Yeah.
If you wanted to spend your turn trying to like conjure up the willpower, making trying to do like a Constitution save. As your turn, I would allow that, but otherwise you're stuck as hell.
I want to. Okay, I'm still wearing the necklace that lets me talk to Lucas, right?
Don't you have ranged weapons?
Yeah, but I like my hand. Like my hands are the only thing that's free. I can't reach shit. I'm playing in fiction, baby.
I thought you meant your arms were free. I'm sorry.
No, just my hands. Lucas, you son of a bitch! If you can hear me, when this guy gets done with us, he's coming for you. Do you really want that to happen? Dispel the damn magic and let me fight him.
Wow.
There's no response.
Lucas, you son of a bitch, if we get out of this, I'm coming for you too.
You actually hear the sound of like shattering glass. And then nothing.
What does that mean?
He dropped a glass of cheer wine on his console.
On his fucking MIDI keyboard.
Lucas?
Yeah, it sounded like he actually destroyed whatever instrument he was using to
Noel, are you locked down?
No, I'm doing just fine. I'm a little worried. I'm actually kind of floating away from this guy.
Do you know how to undo whatever Lucas did to the suits?
I can try. She floats over to you and like with her long hose arm, she's being very delicate and trying not to touch the crystallized floor. But she's like touching all around the suit. She said, "I'm sorry, I can't figure it out. I'm sorry. I can like point you at what you want to hit, but I don't know how much help I can be."
Huh. Interesting. Yes, please. Stand me up.
Okay, yeah, she sort of wraps herself around your arms, and then it's like you're wearing a jetpack. A Noel-shaped jetpack, and she kind of floats you and stands you up.
Now swing me at him.
Okay, are we going to make it? All right. We're taking a lot of liberties with what can be considered an action in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but I'm very much into it. Yeah, let's say this is a melee attack. Well, here's what we'll do. I'll roll for Noel, you roll for Magnus, and we'll take the lower result. So it'll be like disadvantage, except coming from two different attackers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We'll put your same modifier on it, though. I rolled a 14 plus whatever your modifier is.
Okay, I rolled a 12 plus my modifier, which is plus 7, so 19.
Okay, either of those is going to be a hit. Okay. So like fucking Weekend at Bernie's, she just sort of flails your arm towards him as you hold on to Rail Splitter.
Launch me. So then I do that. I can't remember what I do. It's been so long since I hit with an attack. Okay, so we're going to say that that's one-handed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And one tube arm. So we're not going to call that two-handed, but...
Maybe she put a little spin on you when she let you go.
I would not let her do that. That's a 6 plus 6, so 12.
Okay, next in the order is the Golem.
Hold on.
Is he about to get...
Hold on. And I'm going to use Goading Attack. When attack lands, superiority dice plus damage equals the wisdom saving throw. On fail, target has disadvantage on attack, not against you.
Okay.
So that's 5 plus 12, 17.
Yeah, that's a hit.
No, you have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, and I have to beat a 17?
Yeah.
I rolled an 18. So before modifier.
Tits.
Yeah. All right, it is the Golem's turn. Is he about to get...
He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. You need to be 18.
Okay. 17.
It's not quite going to do it. So he's going to take 3d6 bludgeoning damage
From these tents.
Ooh.
from the tentacles.
Do you want to roll that or should I? That's a D4. Do you see how it has 4 numbers on it? A D6 is like a dice-ass dice. That's like some Monopoly
Yeah.
shit.
6, 6,
Oh, God.
5. So that's going to
okay.
be 17. And he's also restrained. He can use his action to make a strength or dexterity check against my spell save DC. On a success, you free
Jesus,
yourself.
that is brutal. Okay.
He's restrained by beautiful ebony tentacles.
And are stroking the length of his body.
Oh, that's somebody's something, isn't it? That's somebody's baby.
Everything is somebody's something.
That is a big hit. You actually, as those tentacles just sort of like whap into him, some chunks of him kind of fall off. Yeah, please go ahead. Before he does anything, that crystal that he broke off of his body earlier starts to shimmy and shake and glow bright white, and then it explodes. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, and everybody who is still even a little bit paralyzed has disadvantage on the roll.
What? He did this?
The crystal that he broke off his body. in
Not
his first
great.
turn.
Wait. Oh, okay. 10.
8.
Daddy, did you roll?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Wait. Sorry. What was the? It was a dexterity, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dexterity. 4.
Okay.
14 actually.
Literally everybody failed. Everybody is going to take a lot of damage from this crystal bomb. That's 5. That's 13. That is 18. That is 21 points of damage, everybody.
I take 21 points of damage for breakfast.
And you, it's like noon now, so that was a lunchtime crystal
Well,
damage
and that's
taking.
the problem is I missed my breakfast damage, and that's why I'm not doing so. It's an important lesson, kids. Breakfast damage is the most important damage of the day.
How are you doing on damage? Because you have a screenshot of your whiteboard.
I'm down to 10.
Okay, so everybody's not doing great.
I mean,
and
I'm still
then-
at 46. I got lots of hit points.
And I'm a -8, so
Whoa.
Okay.
we all are doing our best out here.
So he has to spend his turn trying to escape from you, right?
Yes.
And what are his options? Strength or what?
Strength or dex, I think.
He's very strong. We'll do strength.
Strength. Okay, yeah.
That is a 21.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he breaks free from these tentacles. Are the tentacles gone now?
They are, yes. He's free.
Okay. They fall off of him, giving him one last final soft grace. And he blushes, and that's his turn. Big M,
Yeah.
your turn.
I'm casting Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
That's a good call.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
So the d8 is the one that fell on the floor.
No, it's the one I have in my hand.
I should mention, Griffin, just to clarify, he is
Yes.
no longer restrained by the tentacles, but the tentacles are still surrounding him. They're in that area for a minute. So
Okay, then he moves out of the way of them.
yes, okay.
Okay. Yes, he floats backwards a few feet.
All right, I rolled a 6 and a 7,
Okay.
and my spellcast modifier is 6.
Yeah.
correct? So 19. We get 19 points back each.
Yeah, and Killian and Carrie get that too.
Yeah, I
they
see
also
them
took that.
too.
Yeah. Okay. Taco, it is your turn.
Well,
Do you
I
have
got
any magic dispelling stuff?
I'm like blacked out, right?
What?
I went
No, he just
negative-
healed you.
Oh, okay. For how many points?
19?
Oh, were you below 0?
Yeah,
Oh shit, son.
yeah.
Yeah, with that heal, Dad saved your goose. Have we done any death rolls before?
Nah,
I don't think so.
We might have done. I feel like we might have done one at one point.
We did one, yeah. When Black Spider Magic
like
Brian.
Yeah, we didn't do it right though. Probably.
Yeah, probably. Okay, yeah, Taka, you're back. You It's a good thing you didn't stand up because you would have fallen right back down when your health went below 0. But yeah, you have regained consciousness. This is a very turbulent roller coaster of a fight for you. Your heals, by the way, Juice, they start from 0, so don't include the negatives in it. You should be at 19 right now. Does that make sense?
I should be at what?
You should be at 19 right now. Yeah, when you get healed, when you're below 0, then you hey, when you took that big hit from the crystal bomb, you didn't go to half of your health underneath, half your max health underneath it, right? Like if your max health is 40, you didn't go to negative 20.
No.
Okay, good, because that's an instant death.
No, I did. That didn't happen to me. I was at negative 11, and my max is 50, so I'm good on that front.
That's probably closer than you should do in the future.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I won't fall below 0.
Yeah, I don't think he was planning on getting hit by 21 points of damage from a fucking crystal bomb, Griffin.
Yeah, next time we go on a fucking undersea adventure, I'll be sure to bring a cleric.
You're welcome.
What you gonna do?
Taco, do you have any dispelling magic?
No, I don't actually. I don't have that in my my old repertoire.
Do you have anything
just sex tentacle based, just sort of 50 Shades of Grey, like.
Do the thing you did with the motorcycle, but make him tiny.
Hey, wait a minute. I do have a spell that could help Travis who can't move his legs.
Okay.
If Travis can't move his legs, then I shall create his legs. I raise my hand into the air and I summon Geralt Phantom Steed.
Yes!
Arising from below Travis are 4 beautiful, magical, purple legs that seem to shimmer with a rainbow, and out of nowhere, materializing in air, are 2 beautiful horns and like the voice of God echoing through the room and sending trickles of urine down the leg of this crystal golem are the words, "Yo, what's up? Let's do it."
Go Geralt.
Okay.
Go Geralt.
Noelle was starting to give up the ghost a little bit, holding up your full weight, Magnus. So this comes as a relief to her, and she sort of releases you from her grasp and floats off a little bit. And you are now mounted in combat, full-blown brand style.
This is going to make the cover of the paperback right here.
Yeah. But I do have to drive this point home. You are slumped over this horse. He can move you around, but you are very much kind of dead weight on it.
I'll take
you
it.
have a little. Okay. Is that all for your turn, Taco?
Yeah.
Okay. Magnus, it is your turn.
Okay. I see.
This attack is going to be possibly the funniest melee attack ever performed in a Dungeons & Dragons game.
Geralt,
What's up?
I want you to leap over him.
Yeah, no problem, dog. Just leap over him.
Yes.
You know, I'm just a regular. I mean, I'm beautiful and powerful. I do have the qualities of a regular horse.
How tall is the golem, Griffin?
This golem is about 8 feet tall.
Yeah, no.
You could do that.
Yeah, steeplechase that bastard.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this, and I love it, but no. No, I'm good. You want me to run you past him or whatever?
Yeah, do that.
Try to just freak him out or something? Yeah, that's no problem. Here we go.
Okay, if we're doing this, and you're going to be doing a moving attack past him, then I'm going to call that an opportunity attack that he gets on you if you're moving past him.
No. Here's what I'm going to do in actuality.
Okay.
Since I'm on Geralt now, I'm going to delay my turn till after Merle. Can I do that?
I know where you're going.
You're going to delay your turn after. Okay, but the horse can't move you if you're delaying your turn because I was counting his movement as your movement.
I mean, cool. I'm
Okay.
mounted and I can move around.
Okay, you're delaying your turn until after Merle.
Yes.
Okay, it is the golem's turn then. The golem picks up. He's sort of standing on one leg, He lifts his left leg into the air, and he brings one of his arms down on that leg, and 2 pieces of him come off this time that are now sort of flanking him left and right, and they are both glowing white. And for his attack, he is going to take another stab at Merle. Sorry about this. I know this probably seems a little bit unfair, but, work's work. That's a crit. Yeah, you can scope that out if you want.
I see it.
Merle, you take... Oh, my God.
Wait, hold on. Can I force to re-roll with my protection shit?
Maybe.
Yeah, let me look. Hold on.
You guys are pretty close together, and this is a melee attack.
Yeah. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
You must, yeah.
All right, we will say that you fucking, slump your dead left arm over and throw the Shield of Memories to, sort of block the first attack as the second one comes in and is a fucking 2, which is not going to hit with modifier. So, yes, his first attack looked incredibly powerful, but the shield, as he sort of dropped it to the floor, deflects it away, and his second one misses heartily. And he goes, I don't even know how that worked out, with physics.
Me neither.
I'm trying to figure out how that worked, and I can't seem to make sense of it. But that is his turn. Merle.
I can do Dispel Magic again, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'm dispelling that magic on Magnus.
Okay, you still got to roll to contest it to beat a 13. Oh, I got it in my hands. Oh, that's not good.
Jeez. It's a 2, Trav.
Okay.
With my modifier, though.
With your modifier of
It's
11.
an 8.
No, it's not. It is an 8, but it's still not good enough. Magnus, you still want to take your turn now?
Maybe it freed him up a little bit. Couldn't it have just a couple of degrees? Maybe one arm. One arm. Maybe he had one arm free.
No.
You have wrist control now.
Wrist control.
Cool.
It's all in the wrist, Travis.
I can be smarter about it. I have a skill called Commanding Strike.
Oh, okay.
Use one attack to command an ally to make a weapon attack. Add superiority die to damage. So, which one of you? It's probably Merle, right?
Yeah, Merle's got the battle wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merle, attack.
Can we? This is just a request to people who are Merle. Can we just fuck? Maybe we should attack that crystal.
That's what I was going to say. Should we? Well, there are 2 of them now.
Yeah, it seems like those.
Could I take one big swing at both crystals?
Wait, holy shit!
No,
hold on.
flanking him.
How big are the crystals?
They're not that big actually. They're about the size of your fist, kind of jagged.
Cool. Merle.
Yes.
Wait, who's next? Taco's next?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taco. In my pouch. Get the glutton's fork.
Okay. When I get a chance to, for sure.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. You're just sitting on this horse. Who's I imagine at this point, Garrett will be like, "Did you need me for something?"
Okay. Well, hold on. And then also, Merle attack one of the crystals.
I was halfway through season 2 of Daredevil, guys. Come on.
All right.
Just pick it up.
So, 17.
Yeah, that's going to be a hit on the left one or the right one.
Could I knock one into the other?
No, because he's standing in between them.
Shit. Okay. I'll use my plant side. So that will be the...
Yes. Your dominant hand, your right
I hit
hand.
the one on the right
Okay.
with the battle wrench.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. Plus your strength modifier. That's, it's not very much damage, but it's enough to shatter this thing, and it falls harmlessly to the floor. Next in the order is Taco.
How close am I to Travis's bag?
I mean, you guys were literally standing right next to each other when you went down, and you haven't really moved much. He is up in the air with he's up on Garrel, but you can easily stand up and reach him.
Okay, I'll grab the fork out of the bag.
Okay. I don't know what this thing is.
I don't remember
So
that either.
I bought it at the Fantasy Costco. Once a day, the fork will allow the user to eat any non-magical item they can fit in their mouth and gain 2d6 points of damage. Just tap the fork on the item and it will turn edible.
But isn't that magical?
Well, poop.
Griff, I mean, it's a floating crystal. If that's not magic, I don't know.
I think
we made up.
I thought what he meant by non-magical item was like an enchanted sword or shield or something.
Yeah, no, that's the magical items are things that can't be can't traditionally be destroyed. Like a magic sword can't be destroyed. But yes to all of this. Now, Magnus, say what you just said, but in character.
Use the fork. Eat the crystal. You'll feel better.
Luke.
Use the fork. The fork will be with you always.
No, I do want it back. It won't be. I will want the fork back.
Okay, are you doing this, Taco? Are you doing this thing?
Hell yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need. I was trying to think, is this a fork-based attack? No, you just kind of plug that bad boy in, and you're doing this into the crystal piece that's floating, not the golem himself, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you plug it into this fist-sized floating crystal in the air, and as you do, your fork slides in as though you are piercing a bread roll. As you do, actually, you realize this particular piece of crystal is actually part of Merle's former arm.
Oh crap!
As it turns in, but it turns into like one of those fucking awesome Red Lobster cheddar rolls.
Okay, so I take a big bite, and what's it taste like?
It tastes fucking incredible. It tastes.
Describe the taste of Merle.
There is there's a.
Would you say picante?
Yeah,
it's super buttery, super soft, super buttery, super flaky. It's like there's a sweetness to it, like there's some sort of sweet element, like a brown sugar maybe in the butter.
Okay.
But it's weird because like it wasn't cooked. You magically transformed it into like some sort of edible material. So it should be like a meal ready to eat. But actually it's like soft, like it just came out of the oven. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm delicious.
It's fucking incredible. It's really, really tasty, and it goes down real smooth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I popped the whole thing in my mouth. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Hey guys, it's a good time for the great taste of Merle.
It's a happy Merle.
Dad, I like that a lot. Proud of you.
The golem takes.
Wait, hold on. He gets 2d6 health back.
Huh?
For the glutton's fork, when you eat it, you get 2d6 points of health back.
You were saying Merle, eating Merle in particular. Take this bread. It is his body. It has some sort of healing, like transubstantiation quality to it.
All right. 4 and 3, so it's 7 points of healing.
Okay.
Delicious Merle healed me for 7 points.
The golem, he looks pretty worse for wear after the last round of combat, and now having sort of broken parts of himself off. He's actually looking really worse for wear. And he also takes like a step back from you, like kind of staggered, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with the three of you? You guys are fucked up. That's some sick shit. Oh god, I've got to regroup. You all. I promise you, the next time we meet, you're coming with me. I'm taking you in.
Why?"
He says, "You know why."
I don't actually. I really don't.
The golem form falls apart, collapses on the floor, and you watch the white fire portion of him pass through a rift behind him and disappear.
We won!
I think we actually just legitimately won a battle, you guys.
I think we did.
Yeah, he was. He definitely did a expedient retreat, but he was. Between the parts of him that he broke off and crystallized, and that the tentacles ripped off, he was falling apart.
So now can Merle just like dispel magic willy nilly?
Well, still gotta burn a slot.
Yeah. Let's. You guys can take a short rest to recover.
Oh, hey, let's get the pocket spa. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
That should help.
You drag the still paralyzed members of your party into the pocket spa and luxuriate and relax and recover some health in a post-battle debriefing.
Are there monogrammed bathrobes?
This is important.
in the Pocket Spa.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd all just say the
more
letter
like,
T, right?
They're more just like loincloths, really. They're more like loincloths you just drape around your crotch.
Can I steal those like I stole the robe from the Sofitel in L.A. to get charged to Griffin's room?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fine. It's
I'm
Griffin's.
sorry you had to find out this way.
I'm sorry about a lot of things, but you know what I'm not sorry about is all that money we're about to get.
All right, while we're in the Pocket Spa and just kind of sitting and relaxing for a bit, Griffin appears to us, and we start talking out of character.
I want to tell you all about the Max Fun Drive. We've talked about it. We talked about it last week. We talked about it on all the other shows that we do. Certainly you know about it, but if you don't, we are part of the Maximum Fun organization. We are a pledge-funded organization. I know we also do ads on the show. I've seen a lot of people be kind of curious about that. The amount of money that we get from ads and the support that we get from ads is like a quarter of like how we fund the stuff that we do. Most of the money that we get from the shows comes from donors, and that money allows us to. Yesterday, I went to a local reputable store in town and bought a whole second recording setup. So that I can
Because I'm here.
because Dad's here. And
when we
for-
were preparing for the bonus episode, I bought all kinds of D&D books and like did a shit ton of research and work that was funded by donations from listeners like you.
we spent tons of money. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes on episodes where we goof them up. But we spent a bunch of money on new recording equipment. We have hosting fees.
That's how we're paying to have our nose hairs removed in a few minutes.
I'm so excited about that.
And that's really going to improve the audio quality on future
Well,
episodes.
yeah, everything's a write-off.
Yeah, Dad's gonna sound like fucking McConaughey once we get the network of. And if you donate if we get 5,000 new and upgrading donors, we will send you the sticks that they use to rip out Dad's. It's gonna be some fucking Lovecraftian like nightmare stuff happening on that stick. Anyway, we do stuff like live shows. We fund those live shows with the money that we get from the podcast. We've expanded, done more podcasts. The Adventure Zone is a like experimental podcast we did that we are able to spend as much time on making it, and I'm able to spend as much time on like doing the music and all that stuff because of the financial support we get from you guys. So there's definitely like your money goes to us, and some of it helps support the network. But whenever you donate, you get to pick your favorite shows, and by picking those shows, like you are directly sending your support to those shows. So can anybody start walking me through what these different donations levels are and what they'll get our sweet listeners.
All right. So you mentioned the $5 a month, Ditto. If you do
Yes.
$5 a month, you will get access to bonus content that will blow your mind out of your face. You will be sitting there and you'll think, oh, a couple episodes to listen to, and then you'll click on the link you get sent and you'll be like, oh goodness, what am I going to do with all this bonus content? You'll feel like a bonus content hoarder. You'll worry about stacks of bonus content falling over and crushing your cats. That's how much bonus content will become available to you for $5 a month.
You get bonus content for every episode on every podcast on the network in perpetuity. So all the bonus episodes we've ever done across all the different podcasts. We got 3 bonus episodes for the Adventure Zone. We have 1 prequel episode where our heroes meet and square off against a team of heroes. A lot of people are like new donors this year, and I've been tweeting about a particular character from an episode named Hambone that I forgot about that I love.
I forgot about Hambone.
I love Hambone so much. We also have our LA Podfest episode, which was a side story where they go on a beach vacation. And then this year we have the Adventure Zone Nights, a whole new universe, new characters, new adventure, new everything that was DM'd by Travis. So you get all that just for being a $5 a month donor. Justin, what can we get for $10 a month?
Well, and not only that, I also, as long as we're talking about the bonus content, one, the Adventure Zone Nights is NIGHTS, just in case anyone is wondering.
That's important.
A lot of people are asking. And 2, if we hit that 5,000 new and upgrading donors, we're going to put out more of those donors bonus content throughout the course of the year. So you'll get more episodes of the Adventure Zone Nights if we hit that 5,000 goal.
Yeah.
And thank you for saying bonus donor and not donus boner. Because that would not have
I've been
good.
saying donors bonus a lot, and now I just want to say boners.
At $10 a month, you're of course going to get the bonus content for $5. That you get the $5 level, but you're also going to get a bandana featuring art from your favorite Maximum Fun show. You could get the Adventure Zone. It's really cool with lots of like in-joke references to the show. Or you could get, any show you want. Our feelings won't be hurt. We're not, us. Come on.
Yes, they will.
Dad's will be hurt, but that's just
Yeah,
him.
mine will be hurt.
At $20 a month.
Lynn Cott, they're by the way,
Yeah,
they're very cool.
they're sick.
Designs. You can check them all out. You know what? Just go to MaximumFun.org/donate, and you'll find a link there to look at all of the bandanas.
All the bananas. You got a $20 a month level. At $20 a month, you will get, of course, the bandanas, the bonus episode content. You'll also get the Max Fun Adventure Necessity Collection. This is a package of, I guess, camping gear or like wasteland survival gear. Talking
Or
about
like
a
boring party gear too. I mean, there's some
if
fun
you're just
stuff
like
on there for
shitty,
everyone.
shitty, boring party that doesn't have toilet paper. Good news. There's toilet paper, portable toilet tissue in this pack. There's a hot chocolate packet. There's a paracord bracelet that I think turns into rope, and you can use that to like hog tie a cattle or something. And there's a multi-tool with the Max Fun Rocket logo on it. A lot of outdoor necessities.
Can Dad talk about a level? He's really good at it.
Yeah, Dad, tell us what you get at $35 a month. Be careful, though. Be very careful.
Well, at $35 a month, you get a vacuum thermos. Now, this is vacuum with 2 U's in it.
That is how you spell vacuum.
You vacuum, and that's with a travel.
It would be vacum otherwise.
It'd be with a travel tumbler or a travel tumbler, since we're really going all Norm Crosby on this stuff. Also,
when did this turn into the fucking Flophouse?
and all the stuff.
Words that sound like other words. Here it
Hey,
is.
I like those guys. I didn't used to. $5, and you still get the stuff from $5. You still get the stuff from $10. You still get the stuff from $20. But with $35, you get the vacuum thermos with the travel tumbler. So if you're traveling somewhere, you want to take a tumble, boom, there it is. You get up to $100 a month. Get this now.
Well, hold
Is
on.
yelling- so
I want to
you've been
tell
doing
you
a-
a secret.
Oh, please do.
There's a secret $50 a month level for upgrading donors. So if you're not ready to make that jump from 35 to 100, I get it. That's a pretty big jump. You can go from 35 to 50.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
you
what
get all
do they
that
get
stuff.
for
plus
that?
Jesse Thorne will make you blondies and send them to your house.
That's something to think about.
I upgraded to that level just so my pod boss would have to make me a dessert.
I did that too. Take that, Jesse. Feed me blondies.
Dance for me.
Very-
Patisserie
Dance,
me,
Tin
Chief.
Horn.
It's a good
for
bake.
me.
Now, do you get the blondies at the $100 level too?
No,
I assume
no,
so.
Maybe I don't know. Listen, I
Anyway-
think if you're throwing Jesse $100 a month, he'll make you whatever you want.
At $100 a month, though, you can get membership in the Inner Circle, which is our monthly culture club. That means every month, one host of one Maximum Fun show, or 3 hosts. 'Cause
We'll show up at your house and sing Karma Chameleon.
that's exactly it. No, we pick like a movie or a book or an album or something that we really like, and then you will get it. Usually just like a digital version of it. The only time that we got picked, because I think they know that we're relatively uncultured people. We picked the album Music Evolution by the band Buckshot LaFonk. It's a terrific album. If you missed out on that recommendation, just go Amazon that shit. I guarantee you're going to enjoy it. That's at $100 a month. If you want to go, if you really want to support us, and you have a lot of money to throw around, how about $200 a month? That gets you a free registration for Max FunCon 2017, which is the annual sort of convention that the Max Fun community does, where we do a bunch of fun podcasts up in the mountains somewhere.
Have
it's a real
you
hoot.
guys ever put together that brownies are brown and blondies are blonde?
Yeah, homie.
Yeah, think about it, right? And that kind of insight you can only get at Maximum Fun.
Holy
Fun
shit. We know that a lot of people aren't, most folks aren't going to be able to do $100, $200 a month. We get that. Definitely we get that. Any amount of money that you can chip into us helps. It really, really does.
And
Anything
if you're
you can
unable
kick
to
in.
do any amount, I get that too. We've all been in a place where money was tight and, we just weren't able to make a donation. If that's the case, go on Twitter, tweet out the link, MaximumFun.org/donate, use the hashtag MaxFunDrive, and tell your friends, like, hey, do you like these shows? Go support them. We appreciate that. That means a lot to us.
So help spread the word. Help donate if you can. If you like our shows and you can kick in a few bucks a month, we really appreciate it. It's at MaximumFun.org/donate. Yeah, let's get back to the show. All right, you guys are in the pocket spa. You're all loinclothed out. You're having yourselves a good time, despite the fact
And
that
it's not weird at all.
it's up to you guys whether or not
Are we
it is.
naked? We're not naked.
You're loinclothed up.
Okay.
But yeah, you have recovered from the paralysis, and you can take a short rest. By the way, if you want to recover some hit points. I know we don't usually do that. I know
how
that's
much
kind
time
of.
do we have, Ditto? Are we on the clock for the crystallization of the thing still?
You've got about 30 minutes left, so you do have some time still.
I believe that the pocket spa is outside of the normal time-space continuum.
Yeah, no, you had 40 minutes. And then when you pocket spawed, I don't actually remember how much time I said you had, but why don't you take a short rest because you guys need some health.
Okay.
So you roll your hit dice.
Oh.
Are you looking at your phone while we're recording? What are you doing?
Yeah, this is what I've got my whiteboard on.
Okay.
Mr. Fancy
That's horse.
Pants.
That's horse apples. He does it to me all the time. He's checking sports scores.
I'm back up to full, baby.
All right, so which one is the D10?
You roll d8s.
Oh.
You roll as many as you want as long as you have hit dice.
All right, a 6 and a 5. Keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I roll D6. So a lot of people are wondering how many times. I know you at home are wondering how many times. Well, here's Griffin to explain it for you. I got 12. That sounds good, doesn't it?
12's
About
good.
12. 12 feels about right, doesn't it?
All right, you have per your level, you can roll that many times.
8?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
You can roll one of those per wizard per level.
Per wizard level.
So you can keep rolling too, Dad.
Oh.
You can roll up to eight times because you guys haven't
Great.
taken a short rest this chunk.
Great, I'm back up to 45 hit points.
So I rolled 2 more times, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, you guys take your rests. You are having a good chill out time. And
I assume Carrie and Killian are also recovered from the paralysis. That's what I'm trying to establish.
everybody's good to go. Everybody's rocking in the free world. And you step out of the pocket spa back into the main elevator lobby. And as you approach the central elevator that Lucas went down after paralyzing all of you, you hear Carrie gasp, and she points at Killian's helmet. And on the back of Killian's helmet, you see a small crack that started forming after she fell to the ground from the paralysis. And she says, "Oh, Killian, oh no, Killian, no, you can't go on like that. You could get some crystal in there. That's super dangerous." And Killian feels the back of her helmet and says, "Oh my God, oh my God, this is the most frustrating thing that's ever happened. All I've wanted in life up to this point is to find Lucas and destroy him. And I don't think it's safe for me to go on much further with this here crack in my helmet."
Do you want to swap helmets?
Well, that seems like your sweet head can't get crystallized either, dum-dum.
It's already pretty thick.
I cast duct tape of Dormammu and seal up her helmet.
That doesn't exist yet.
Oh.
She says, "That's a really sweet offer, Magnus, but and it is technically your fault because we were just about to bust this perp when you when you started kibitzing. But I got to be honest with you guys. I don't think it's that smart for me to get close to the relic to begin with."
Oh, that's not your job, right? That's our job.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys to recover that stuff, and I haven't really told you guys this, but you remember when we met and we recovered that gauntlet together,
Yeah.
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 I really wanted to grab it and take it and put it on and get fire powers. Like I really,
gotcha.
I don't know how to describe this. I was like, when you guys ran up and grabbed that thing, I was like, ooh, I kind of wanted to like kill you and have it for me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, we all
Totally.
wanted that. We just didn't.
Yeah.
You rose above, and that's the important thing. You've proven yourself.
No, but I was about to definitely not rise above. Does that make sense? Like I was like,
You just ran out of
I
time.
was like, I
you
had,
got
like-
distracted or something. I've been there.
yeah. So I really, I don't think it's that good of a call for
All
me
right.
to get in there and grab it.
How about this? How about a new job for you?
Yeah.
You and Noel get the bugbears out of here to safety.
Jeez. Okay, Noel, if it's okay, I'd kind of like to, see this through. I can tell you how to get him out though. We should be able to figure out a path through the lab to extract you that's not crystallized. But I need to. There's something I need to figure out. So
Is it math?
No, I know all math. I'm a robot, so I can
okay.
just like punch that into my Windows, sort of my MS DOS calculator brain. But yeah, I'd like to stick with you guys if that's all right.
Okay.
Okay, Noel floats over to Killian and prints out like Conky's secret word of the day, a little map of the lab, and then she pops out a little highlighter attachment from her frame and doodles on it for a bit. And Killian takes it and says, okay, I guess I'm gonna head out. Carrie, be careful. Just get these guys to the finish line. Don't be a hero. And I'll see you guys back.
Hey, Carrie, if you want to be a hero, I mean that we could use at least
Yeah.
one, right?
Wouldn't say no.
Carrie, don't be a hero.
Killian walks back out through the door, back towards the bugbear encampment, and is gone. And Carrie walks over and presses the button to summon the elevator back in the middle of the room. And she says, I feel considerably less good about our chances now, if I'm being completely honest. But let's do our best out there, guys, huh?
I mean, we didn't ask, but thanks, Debbie Downer.
When the elevator that Lucas went down shows up and the doors part, there is a metal grate, a heavy metal grate now covering the door as it opens. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of discernible clasp on it. There doesn't seem to be any discernible like handle to open it up. There's just this heavy metal grate now covering the elevator. Down
I
to the
open
lower
it.
levels. Oh, and you do. And wow, shit. Damn, I should have thought of that. No, it doesn't seem to. It doesn't even like rattle or move.
I rolled a 17 for opening.
Okay, it's not. You needed a DC 70,000 in order to open this metal grate. It's like solid. It's like not.
Could I try?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
I heal both of their hernias.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And Carrie says, "Well, I guess we should just turn back and go home. Mission failed, right, guys?
No.
We did. Hey, we did our best. Hey, we did our best. No harm in that. All you can do is your best."
I think somebody's been listening to too much Adventure Zone. You don't want to be like those guys.
You hear a sound come from the elevator, though, from above you, actually. And then you hear, and you see the elevator sort of shake violently as you hear what I can only describe as a smashing sound come from above. And then there's a quiet passes after this smashing sound comes from on top of this elevator.
Carrie, go check that out.
And there's a second smash, and then a third smash. And
I take this opportunity to get my glutton's fork back from Taco.
okay,
Priorities.
yeah. This elevator is getting like destroyed. This elevator car, I should say, is getting destroyed. The one with the heavy metal grate over is getting destroyed. And as more smashes happen, you see that the source of this violent elevator car assault is coming from a bright yellow, what looks like another elevator car, and it is smashing it down and crushing it like a tin can And pretty soon this locked off elevator car just falls, and replacing it, you see now appearing in front of you a bright yellow elevator car with a big bright red nose and two big white eyes on either doors. And he says, "Hey kids, does somebody need to go down?"
It's Mr. Bucket, or whatever his name was.
"It's me, Mr. Upsy, your lifting friend."
Oh, yeah.
"I heard a rumor that you kids needed to go to a different floor than the one you're on now."
You heard correct.
"Well, climb on inside my tum-tum, you goose."
People would ask him for guest stars for so long, and who would have thought we would get long dead Fred Gwynn here to play a role?
"I don't know who that is. I'm just an elevator. Climb on in my belly.
Dad. Yeah.
Press my buttons from inside of me."
I get in him.
Yeah.
I get in.
Why is it so wet in here?
Why indeed? I might be metal on the outside, but inside I'm a real living boy. I'm Upsy, your lifting friend.
Upsetting my lifting friend.
That's a good joke. Which way are we going, kids?
Down. Let's go down.
Oh, down's my least favorite. You find in lieu of a proper elevator panel, there's just sort of a fleshy series of nodes next to his door.
It's the worst.
And you press the one underneath, and he goes, "That tickles." And you begin to descend. "How's your day going?"
He was an invention. Why would someone invent him?
He's
to
a
do
genetically
this?
engineered elevator.
And who'd have thought we'd ever miss Girl from Ipanema playing on the sound system?
I can do that for you if you want it to happen.
Yeah.
Tall and tan and
No.
long and
Make
lovely.
Griffin do it.
"The girl from Ipanema's coming to take your stuff inside your house. Here she comes." I haven't heard the song before.
You're doing great.
Magnus, are you still writing Geralt at this point?
Yes. As far as anyone's concerned, I hadn't forgotten I was doing that.
I've never had a horse before.
You still don't, my little man. I'm just riding inside you. Possession does not figure into it. Yo, are we there? I don't know where we're going, but I would like to be of use at some point.
You're doing great. I'm
Yeah,
very
my
proud of
favorite
you.
part was that hour we spent in that spa. Oh, wait a minute. How long was it? An hour, did I say? How long was it, actually?
It wasn't that long. It was not an hour.
Okay.
He says, "So what are you going downstairs for?"
Just general downstairsy stuff.
Yeah, just stuff not up here.
It's stuff down there. Just going down there.
"Are you going to need a return trip anytime soon? Because I've got my soaps to catch up on."
We'll call you.
"Okay. Not for between the hours of 4 and 5:30, though."
Because of your afternoon soaps?
Yeah, my elevator stories.
Are they any good? Wait, are they any good?
They have their ups and downs. Go on,
Thank
say
you,
it.
Dad. Thank you, Dad.
I don't understand.
I guess what Griffin's trying to say is we killed that crystal thing a lot faster than he thought we did.
His fleshy interior doors open up, and you are let out. As he makes a barfing sound as you leave his tummy, and he goes, "That's another joke I do. Anyway, bye. I love you." And the door is shut, and he disappears. You have exited out into another sort of lobby area, although this one is a lot smaller than the one that you were just in. The lab, you noticed when you were outside of it, has kind of a conical shape to it, so it's bigger on top than it is down below. Kind of a Cloud City Bespin thing going on. So there's not as much sort of area down here. But you are now in a much smaller, darker lobby. And as far as you can tell, there's only 2 doors in this lobby. This room, by the way, is not crystallized. There is a... What are you looking for, Dan?
I don't know. Just looking.
No, pay attention. Don't read.
I'm listening.
Okay. There is a very large, heavy-looking like vault door that is all sealed up, and it has one of those hand scanners on it that is lit up bright red. And then there is an even bigger sort of industrial door, sort of like you would find in a warehouse that trucks would drive into. And this one is actually sealed up with one of those hand scanners that is green.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any kind of labeling going on. Noel says, okay, so if Lucas is anywhere, he's going to be in the main experiment chamber. And that's through that circular vault door. If y'all want to get a move on and
what's the big door?
Well, that leads to the robotics manufacturing center.
That one, please.
All of the are you sure? All the rooms on this floor are sort of networked by this robot delivery system. So robots, as Lucas and anybody in the lab needs them, those robots are going to be put together in the manufacturing center, and then we have like a conveyor networking system that delivers those bespoke bots to wherever you need them.
That sounds like a fun room.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like for me, it was like my nursery, you know?
What do you think, Garrel?
I'll be honest. I don't know what you're trying to achieve. I mean, the robot room sounds cool to me, but the other thing, who's the Lucas? Do you hate him and want to kill him? What's the story there? I legitimately don't know what you're trying to achieve.
It would take too long to explain it. Because I don't remember.
About 7 episodes too long, my dude.
Well,
what do you think, Taco?
If the conveyors connect everything, then we could go in the robot room, and it would probably take us to Lucas's room. Do you think?
It's right, but it's right there. She's saying it's through the circular door, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's saying Lucas probably is.
Yes.
All right, open Lucas's room.
Are we trying? Can I? So we're still trying to catch Lucas, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
our MO.
the hand scanner to Lucas's room. What color is it?
It's red.
And the hand scanner to the robot room is
green.
Is green. Seemed to me that we can't get through the one with the red handprint. We might be able to get through the one with the green handprint.
Are they close enough together that I can get both hands on them at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, I do that.
You look really cool.
Like Flight of the Navigator.
And then I'm like, hey guys, look. Taco stepped into the quantum leap accelerator and vanished. Remember? From the intro. Guys. I cast Gust of Wind to make my hair blow up. Does this help? Guys, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Quantum leap. Oh, boy, indeed.
Noel takes a stab at the red hand scanner and can't seem to do anything with it.
Now to the robot room.
Okay. She puts one of her appendages on the green hand scanner and cracks it, and that large door slides open, and a gust of smoke and fog pours out of this cavernous robotics workshop. It is a humongous room with a number of really just gigantic pieces of fabrication machinery all around it, and it's all feeding onto this assembly line that connects all these different pieces of machinery onto a central conveyor belt that is running into a tunnel at the end of the room. And there are tons of these scrapped robots lying all over the place. This room is like...
Magnus goes crazy, just pulling arms left and
Pops
right.
an arm boner.
Yeah, this would be a good place for you to do that, because there's hundreds and hundreds of robots. But they're just like laying all hither and yon. This place is as messy. It's as messy as Lucas's private quarters. So there's a bunch of these scrapped robots all over, just all piled up. What you notice about some of the robots, some of the more sophisticated looking ones, is they have little windows in their torsos. And inside those little windows, you can see what looks like a big glass fuse, kind of similar to the one that Noelle has in the middle of her chassis behind another window. And Noelle's just kind of like looking at these robots with these fuses in their chest, and it's kind of like moving them around with her arm and just kind of looking them over.
They're her brothers and sisters.
Hey, Noelle, any thoughts you'd like to share with us in this moment?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually been in here in a while. I don't know what most of these are. I don't know what's going on with most of these. But we should let's get a move on. Let's go through that tunnel is the robot delivery system, so we can go through there, and that should be able to get us into the main experiment chamber.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if any of these robots stick out to me in particular.
And I'm gonna roll an insight check on Noelle.
Okay.
16 for me.
Not do great.
Yeah, the only thing you can kind of put together, Taco, is that not all of these robots have these little fuses built into them. And the ones that do have more sort of vaguely humanoid appearances. To sort of compare them, the ones that you see all laying around with the fuses, as compared to Noelle. Like Noelle, like I said earlier, is kind of like roughshod. She's kind of put together of all these different constituent parts. A lot of these robots are kind of approaching sort of a human look to them. And you can kind of put together that, like, if anything, Noelle was sort of a prototype to whatever these are.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, Noelle is a robot.
Got it.
Can we maybe take some of those fuses?
They're actually like embedded in the torsos of most of these things, so you'd have to take like the whole thing, and it would be pretty cumbersome.
Hey, Noelle, I noticed that you have a sort of fuse-looking thing similar to some of these other robots.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
I mean, it's just one of my power units. I don't actually know that much about my own sort of, machinery, but Lucas has always just told me that it's just another power source inside of me. So, we should really get a move on.
No,
we
wait.
don't have that long.
Noelle, look at me, Noelle.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You're better than any of these damn junky robots.
Well, I'm the only one floating, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah,
so don't
right.
be looking at them and getting sad.
Okay, well,
you are my special angel.
Well,
Magnus goes through the door on Garrel. Garrel, onward!
Okay, yeah, you move into the tunnel. It's actually dark as fuck in here. There's like no lighting whatsoever, and this conveyor belt is not running. There's like nothing running in this room. It's quiet. As you go through, Noelle actually powers on a little flashlight in her body, and is helping you all look around.
What color is it?
Lavender. You really caught me off guard with that.
I know. But you recovered nicely.
And she's walking you through this tunnel. And it's still quiet, although you hear what sounds like sort of a low-pitched wind coming from in front of you as you move down this tunnel. She says, all right, I should be able to get us. There's a few twists and turns we need to make, but shouldn't be too complicated. Almost as soon as she says that, you see a light in front of you, what looks like a floating ball of light in front of you that appears from around a corner. And then you see a second and then a third ball of light. You see 3 floating balls of light and they fly at you fast. But they don't collide with you. They just kind of pass over and around you. And as they do, you hear what sounds like this sound of like men like moaning sadly as they fly by you and move through the tunnel back into the robot factory.
Oh, snap. I might have just figured out what those fuses are for.
From behind you, where the lights went, you see 3 shapes appear in the tunnel behind you, and they are 3 humanoid robots. One is sort of massively built, kind of gorilla-like. Another is much more slender, with what looks like a cannon for an arm. And another one is very short and has what appears to be like a bunch of wires sticking out of it. And they all run at you, and once they get within sort of spitting distance, they stop, and you hear all 3 kind of laugh. And one of them goes, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's you guys. Oh my god, I can't believe I get a second stab at this." That's the one that the big gorilla-looking one says that. And the one with the cannon for an arm goes, "Oh yes, this is going to be a lovely little rematch, isn't it?"
Oh, snap.
And the short one with the wires sticking out of it says, "That's right, motherfuckers. It's time for round 2.
I said I'd smell you later.
The time."
Consider yourself smelled. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this episode, and we just want to make one more plea. There's only a couple more days left in the Max Fun Drive as you're listening to this, and it would really, really help us out. The Max Fun Drive is literally the only reason that we are able to do the Adventure Zone. It's the reason that we started doing it, is because we knew that you kind people would support us in doing it, and it made it make sense for us to make room in our lives for it.
Yeah.
It is a huge undertaking, specifically by Griffin, but also to a lesser extent us. But we're able to do it because you all have our backs every time. And thank you for that, first off, because it's a lot of fun to make, and a lot of people seem to enjoy it.
We could use your support no matter how much you are able to give. Just go to MaximumFun.org/donate. You can find out all about all the different rewards you can get and gifts you can get for the different donation levels. Again, $5 a month will get you all the bonus content. You'll get 3 bonus episodes of the Adventure Zone. They're all really super great. I'm really proud of them. But there's also bonus episodes of My Brother and Me and Sawbones and Bunker Buddies and all our shows in there. $10 you get the bandana, $20 you get the survival kit, $35 you get the vacuum thermos.
Vacuum.
The vacuum thermos. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah, lots of stuff in there, but really the important thing is that you just give whatever you can and support us and allow us to do more dumb shit like this.
There's a couple other important things we want to mention before we let you go. One, if we hit that 5,000 new and upgrading donors, Dad and I are going to get tattoos.
Yes.
Adventure Zone tattoos, so keep an eye out on that. 2, there are challenge donors. So no matter what level you give at, there are people that have committed to giving, a little bit extra, anywhere, I think from like a penny to like $1 per new and upgrading donor. So every little bit helps. Every time you upgrade or donate, we're going to see a little bit extra money from them. Mm-hmm. Also, there's a live streaming Jordan Jesse Go episode on Friday the 25th. So you can tune in and watch that. I think I'm going to be on it. So don't miss that. And you can tweet with the hashtag #ToastToMaxFun, the reason people should support Max Fun, and the link MaximumFun.org/donate to be entered into a drawing to win one of John Hodgman's favorite Breville products. And I'm betting it's a toaster, but don't quote me on that.
And also, I am rapidly approaching retirement age, and I have no savings.
Nothing
I don't
at
have
all.
Any kind of pension. I mean, I'm going to be living on the street eating cat food, so please.
Make it good cat food.
Make it good cat food. I like the chunky. I like the salmon-based. So please, only you can make this happen.
That's it. We will see you in 2 weeks. Next episode is up on April 7th. So we'll talk to you then. Bye.
Listener supported.
Previously on the Adventure Zone.
Abraca, fuck you! And I cast magic missile at him.
I'm going to die now. And you don't see Jenkins anymore. He is gone. He has been deposited out of the back of the train. You hear him go, "Smell you later." And it is Marvy, the only surviving member of the Hammerhead gang. You bring the axe down on him. He spins a full 360 degrees. And then
Is he dead?
And then he falls to the ground dead. Through that window, you can see what appears to be a pretty large glass cylindrical fuse, which illuminates whenever this thing talks. My name is Noel.
I might have just figured out what those fuses are for.
You see three shapes appear. One is sort of massively built, kind of gorilla-like. Another is much more slender, with what looks like a cannon for an arm. And another one is very short and has what appears to be like a bunch of wires sticking out of it. Oh my god, I can't believe it's you guys! Oh yes, this is going to be a lovely little rematch, isn't it? That's right, motherfuckers. It's time for round 2.
Can our heroes claim victory once again against their old nemesis? I don't know, I haven't listened yet. Don't spoil it for me. It's the Adventure Zone.
I think we should kick things off with a little bit of initiative. I think we should take initiative in this new podcast episode we're recording.
I'm excited. This is my first time rolling my new dice.
Oh, what are they? Whalebone?
Now I got a beautiful translucent green emerald kind of thing.
What if they got stank on them?
You got that elephant dick bone carved.
I rolled a 15. A good start.
Good work,
That's-
dice.
I rolled a 15, but I roll another one.
That's 17 total for me.
Oh, right. I rolled a 15 plus nothing.
It's 12 for Chaboy. 12 for Chaboy.
Boy gets 12. I just wrote 12. That's not your name. Your name's Taco.
Yeah. Who? All right. Okay.
How are you guys doing? Well, I roll 4 different initiatives.
Good, good.
I think they could just round up in the rules, the official rules. I think you can just average them, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So first in the order, before we do anything, these robots are just kind of cackling maniacally at you.
Mm-hmm.
I cackle right back. A backle.
Okay. now you're having a cackle battle.
A cack off.
The one with a cannon for an arm says, I've got to say, I am so psyched for this rematch. I have been looking forward to this since I was vanquished. And I got to say, I'm so glad to be here with you two bros. My two main men, Jenkins and Marvy. I'm just so psyched to have this opportunity to whoop their Rudy Poo asses with you. So let's just have a good, clean fight. And may the best robot win, I suppose.
Magic Bee?
Yes.
Break.
Are you a ghost in the machine?
It would seem that way. You kicked me very good. Yeah, I remember the following. I cast a magic missile at you, Taco, and then you cast one back at me, and our budding friendship was betrayed. I thought that we might have a good thing going, and he reaches Well, he can't reach into his pocket. If I was still living, I would have reached into my pocket and shown you. I had a wedding invitation for you to come to my marriage ceremony.
Ooh,
and
awkward.
And instead of RSVPing to it, you murdered me.
What's death like?
It's pretty chill. You go over there and you just kind of float around in a big pool made up of the sort of collected memories of everyone who's ever lived. It's pretty chill actually, but I prefer living. And I was so close to getting my hands on that sweet Phoenix Fire gauntlet. So Daddy's got to get his.
I mean, you guys could just go away now. You got these new robot bodies. We don't have to fight and kill you again.
As good as that sounds, I would love to get back to my usual sort of MO, my daily routine. I have a beautiful garden that I need to go back and tend to. I have some begonias that...
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Your garden is great.
How would you know how my... Oh, you've been tending to it since you murdered me? It seems like the least you could do after getting my ass thrown off the back of a moving train is see to my plants and my begonias and my fruits and my lilies.
They're all fine.
Are we fighting or what?
Jenkins says, oh, yeah, we can... Let's move on to that, because
I feel like... Listen... I'm not here to dictate the narrative, but I feel like we've really explored your individual arcs pretty thoroughly. I'd like to get to the part where I shoot you in the chest with an acid arrow.
It's too bad that you're going last in the initiative order, then. Jenkins actually goes first.
He beat a 17?
Yeah, Jenkins looked ass. Jenkins is this little robot, kind of spherical, that it kind of looks like a Fry Guy a little bit, except he has all of these individually moving, waving wires, and then his fuse is sort of embedded in the middle of it, and you can see it behind a little circular window. And his fuse starts to glow really brightly, and some sparks start to shoot off of all those different wires that are poking out of his spherical body, and this weird wave and kind of a supersonic sound comes out of him. And I'm going to need all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Griffin, real quick before I do that, with the shield of memories,
yeah,
does this count as robots, which I have told the shield about before?
Yeah, this would count as robots.
3 for me.
Oh my Jesus, Justin.
Yeah, not good.
23 for me.
A 12 for me.
Holy shit. Okay.
12 is good.
The good news is...
It's in the top 50%.
Yeah, the good news is that Merle and Carrie cleared their saving rolls. This spell didn't seem to have any effect on Noelle at all. The bad news is that... Taco and Magnus, you have been confused.
Well, what else is new?
This is a fun spell, and we're going to